Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole and today we talk about the one important question everyone is asking themselves right now. Why are console developers actually releasing console exclusives on the PC? Well, that is a pretty good question, but there is a reason behind this, and it starts with a problem Sony has, a problem Nintendo has, and well, a problem Microsoft has. And well, the easiest answer would be money, right? Like a company always wants to make more money. Everybody wants to make more money. I mean, they're a company. Like, they want more money, and the PC audience has been growing for the last decade, so that they cannot be ignored anymore. But there is actually a particular reason and a particular problem with this why they are turning to the PC. Wasn't it funny when Microsoft announced that all the exclusive console versions, like Halo, Sea of Thieves, and all the other games are coming directly to the PC? Was that funny? Everybody made fun about it. And then Sony announced that they will start to actually port multiple PlayStation exclusives to the PC. They, of course, made it very much clear that they will not have like same release dates as the PlayStation, and that they will be very careful about which games they will actually port to the PC. But I will be brutally honest here with you, that can change every minute, because it really depends on how this problem they have is fixing itself. What is this problem? What is this particular problem like apparently all of the three console developers have and they don't seem able to fix? Well, the answer is Asia. And with Asia, I mean everything but Japan. Yes, I know Japan is in Asia. I have checked it on my world map. It's still there. It's still kicking. It's still doing its thing. But in this case, we will ignore Japan because, as we all know, consoles are doing pretty well in Japan. Yeah. No, in this case, we will focus on Asia, China, South Korea, Malaysia. We have India, of course. We have Vietnam, and we have so many more there. Like, Asia is a pretty big area, right? And all of these console developers have one particular issue: they don't care. Console gamers are rare in Asia. They don't care for consoles. And believe me when I say everyone has tried to fix that, but it just didn't happen. But to understand what exactly happened, we have to go back. Actually, we have to go back at least 1 to 2 decades, when the PlayStation 2 and Xbox became more relevant. Of course, what Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo with their console have tried to do is to bring their consoles to Asia. But as it turns out, most of Asia didn't really have the income so that they could buy a console and that they could buy all the games afterwards for the price tag. This is very important. For the price tag Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo wanted. So they decided it's not worth it, let's move on. But time was going on and gamers slowly started to have a disposable income. They slowly had free time and free money. Consoles were not available, PCs were too expensive. So what are they doing? Where are they going with it? Well, they are literally using the technology at hand, and in this case, literally at hand, because they were using their smartphones. So they were using smartphones to play video games, and this was also pretty good for the gaming development scene there in Asia, because phone games were easy to develop. They were cheap, easy to do. You didn't need like a big team. You didn't need a big publisher. You didn't need like big sponsors. And they were just cheap to manufacture. It's as simple as that. So, of course, they focused very much on the mobile market. And then the whole thing continues. The console developers came back with their new machines and they were looking at Asia again, and they realized, yeah, sure, a gaming scene is slowly developing there and people are slowly making money. But in the end, it's still not enough for them. So they moved on again. They didn't really care for Asia. And, well, Asia developed, and reached a point where they wanted something better than phones. China, in particular, had another problem till 2016. Because till 2016, consoles were banned in China. Officially banned. You couldn't get them. And even when the ban was lifted in 2016, even afterwards, it never really worked out for the consoles there. So, what are you doing? You have already phones. Consoles are not really a thing still in Asia. What is the next step? PC gaming. Of course, when I talk about PC gaming here, I'm not talking about high-end machines. I'm not talking about that people started to buy themselves $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or even higher PCs. No. What I'm talking about is machines who can run certain games. Certain games like League of Legends, StarCraft, card games, MMOs, and so on and so forth. Like the list is going on. And these games and the relatively cheap PCs helped actually to establish PC gaming as the number 2 when it comes to gaming in Asia. We have phones, we have the PC. And then, well, the console developers came back with the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and they realized, oh, look at that. Hey, the people have an income. The people have disposable money. Let's release our consoles finally in Asia. And the Asian community was like, I stick with my phone. I stick with my PC. I don't need a console. And then when I asked, but wait, what's with exclusives? Like God of War, Halo, like The Last of Us, Super Mario, Luigi, like all these special console exclusives. How could they not care for these? Yeah, that's the thing. Keep in mind that these names do not mean anything to them. Because they didn't grow up with Master Chief. They didn't grow up with Mario, Luigi, Peach, Toad, Bowser, and so on and so forth. They didn't grow up with Kratos or Crash Bandicoot, right? These were all names where they might have heard of them, but they have never played these games. They might have seen some of them, but again, they never really played these games. So would you go out there and pay a good amount of money to get a console just to see what all this is about? Sure, if you have enough money, maybe. If you don't, you're not touching that, and that's the problem. And that is exactly the problem. And they have tried. Believe me, they have tried. Sony has tried. Nintendo has tried. Microsoft has tried. And the reaction was always the same. We don't care. Now, all three publishers have basically tried a different approach. Nintendo worked together with Nvidia to bring some of their Nintendo Switch games to the Nvidia Shield, and which is a hardware which is basically the same as the Nintendo Switch, but it's an Nvidia thing. And they tried also to develop smartphone games to actually get people acquainted with the IPs in Asia. And so far as we have heard, that didn't work out. Yeah, it seems like that Nintendo is actually thinking about stop doing any smartphone games in the foreseeable future, and we don't know how much they will actually work together with Nvidia Shield. But it seems like that slowly but surely the Nintendo Switch is becoming more successful in Asia. So that's good for Nintendo. It seems like that they are finally breaking through. PlayStation actually tried to develop Asia-specific games in Asia from an Asian team or multiple Asian teams, and they are trying to build on that. But it seems like nobody cared for that actually. And then there were Microsoft, who tried something completely different, and that's PC and cloud gaming. More and more games are coming out on PC, and more games are coming to Project X Cloud. And right now, it seems like it works. Like the numbers we have gotten for Microsoft seem to at least give like a hint about the PC gaming and cloud gaming is the thing Asian gamers like, what they will use. And that's a problem, especially for Sony. They are the ones which are behind right now. They are the ones who clearly have an issue to get people into the PlayStation ecosystem. And Microsoft is taking one step after another. They are releasing more and more PC games, xCloud is becoming more and more available, and Sony will of course try everything to make their PlayStation 5 big, but if that fails, they have to release as many games on the PC as Microsoft does right now. So it really comes down to Sony on the question of, can the PlayStation 5 finally make the breakthrough in Asia or not? If it does, we will not see a lot of games coming to the PC really. If it doesn't, we will see a lot of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games actually coming to the PC. And it's of course great for the PC market, but keep in mind this is more like for the Asian community, and we in Europe or in the Western world, it's just a nice side effect that as a PC gamer you can now play Microsoft games and you can play PlayStation games. Now some people say, hey, what's with Nintendo? I don't know. Nintendo is basically doing their thing, so I can't really tell what they will do. But again, they seem to have some slight success with the Nintendo Switch in Asia, so I don't think they will anytime soon go to the PC. But yeah, there you have it. That's the main reason why Sony is also now following suit and is releasing their games on the PC. It's because of Asia, and they need to get like a foot into the door in Asia, and they hope they are doing it through the PC, and then maybe at some point through cloud gaming. So there you have it. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have enjoyed what you have seen, you can hit the like button. You can also subscribe to the channel if you so desire. And we are uploading a video once per day. We are also streaming from Monday to Friday at twitch.tv/ChaosMole. We are a partner there, and we are always starting at 8 a.m. ET, which is 1 p.m. GMT and 2 p.m. Central European Time, which is my time zone. And we are talking about gaming news and playing tons of different video games. So again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.